What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another episode of Player Ratings. Obviously, we beat Wolves 2-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium yesterday in the third to last game in the league season. Let's get straight into it and let's start off with Hugo Lloris. We gave him a 6. His low score wasn't because he didn't play well or anything like that, but he was basically fairly untested. You can see 3 saves there on the stats, but they were just routine takes, really, weren't they?
Yeah, Wolves had a couple of chances, but they didn't really hit the target, if I remember. Fabio Silva missing the target. So all their good chances, they didn't test Lloris, and the only times they did were from long-range efforts. So it was a fairly decent day for Hugo.
Yeah, let's move on to Japhet Tanganga. We gave him a 7, obviously filling in for Serge Aurier, who was out injured or not injured, we don't really know. But in terms of Japhet, I thought he put in a really strong defensive display, first of all, at right back. He was providing an option on that right-hand side as well. He did a really important block late on and also could have got a goal from one of the corners as well. I think Sonny drifted it in and he headed just over. But in terms of Tanganga, I thought it was a really strong performance from him.
Yeah, I thought he played really well. He kept Morgan Gibbs White very quiet. He didn't have a lot to do, and I thought offensively he didn't contribute too much. There was one moment where he put in a really good cross, but other than that, it was a good day for Tanganga. Didn't have too much to do though. Yeah,
definitely. In terms of Eric Dyer, we gave him a 7. After his performance at Leeds, we really need to see something good from Eric Dyer, and I think we did that. Yes, the defence was largely untested, but I thought pretty much everything that came his way, he pretty much did well.
Yeah, he was very dominant in the air, and you can see that from him winning most of his aerial duels. And I think it was a solid day from Eric, where he had Fabio Silva to contend with, but he dealt with him very easily. Yeah. So you got to say he did well.
Yeah, he did. And that brings us on to Toby Alderweireld. We gave him a 7 as well. But in terms of Toby, look, our defence was fairly untested. Fabio Silva wasn't giving our defence any sort of issues whatsoever. I mean, he had one shot that I can remember, which he really should have done better on. But Toby as well dealt with most things that came his way on the day. He won most of his duels. He was competent, and usually we've been saying he's been a lot better than Dyer in the kind of defensive displays they've been playing together, but I thought they were pretty on par with each other yesterday.
Yeah, Toby was decent again. We all know what Toby brings to the table, and I think again he's been brilliant. I think ever since Mason's come in, he's played every game, I believe, and I think he's been pretty stellar in every single performance. So I think it's another one. It wasn't outstanding, but it was it didn't have to be outstanding to get through the game. So good play from Toby.
Let's move on to Sergio Reguilón. Much better display from Reguilón. We gave him an 8. Him down that left-hand side, charging up, getting back, going up, getting back. I mean, the tireless running from this guy was absolutely brilliant. That assist for the second goal was insane. You know, the sheer grit and will to win that ball back. He looks like he lost it twice but seemed to get it back both times. The second one, just taking it from the feet. I can't remember which Wolves player it was, but just taking it from his feet and then getting a beautiful cross into the box as well, which led to the goal. It really deserved an assist, that cross, but wasn't to be. But in terms of his general display, I thought it was a really strong display and much better than what it has been.
Yeah, he was given a tough ride by Adama Traore at times, but I felt it was a really good display by Reguilón, and it was encapsulated in that moment for the second goal, where all was lost twice in that move, and he just kept on going, didn't give up on the ball, and ended up getting involved in the second goal. And it was a brilliant piece of play by Reggie. So I'm very happy for him after what has been a really poor past few games from him.
Yeah. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, we gave him a 9. I thought it was a really strong display. After his poor display against Leeds, I thought he really responded with a really strong performance. Goal and assist. He was doing a lot of the grit, a lot of the dirty work in the middle of the park as well. First of all, let's talk about that assist, because what a through ball. It really was something out of the Christian Eriksen playbook sometimes, or the Tanguy Ndombele playbook, but it came from Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, the unlikely source course. And as well, his goal, arriving late into the box to get that rebound as well. Nice little poacher's effort from Pierre. So really, really good display from him.
Yeah, and I thought as well he competed really well in the centre, and he was winning tackles, and he was getting interceptions. He was making a nuisance of himself. Moutinho didn't get a kick pretty much in the centre because I think Højbjerg completely dominated him, and I thought it was really strong. And that through ball for the goal, absolutely pinpoint from the halfway line as well, through to Harry Kane. You know, for Højbjerg to pull that off was exceptional, absolutely exceptional. And you got to say it was a really great display by Pierre. And player we criticised quite heavily last week for a poor display and started questioning a few things, but it was good time for him to put in a performance like that.
Let's move on to Giovani Lo Celso. We gave him a 7 as well. Better from Giovani Lo Celso. I think that he had that one lovely pass to Harry Kane when Harry Kane struck the post, and then he also had a lovely shot which was cleared off the line by Connor Cody. You know, he was providing good moments throughout the game. I thought his energy levels were up. I think he did tire in that second half, but I thought that he was providing good options in that middle of the park. I thought he was winning the ball back countless amount of times. But the downsides of Giovani's game yesterday, I thought he did lack quality in some of the moments.
I thought it was much improved actually from Gio. I was very happy with him. Yeah, I think he was much better than he was last week, and I thought he really helped the team, especially in the first half. And I thought he was really aggressive, and he was getting in the faces of the Wolves players. And a few times he was making tackles and helping out Højbjerg and helping out Dele as well, and setting up attacks. So yeah, much better from Gio. I'm very happy for him as well, and it would have been a great goal if we would have scored that strike right at the end of the first half. It wasn't to be. Good clearance by Cody. But yeah, I think him, Højbjerg and Dele were working well together.
Yeah, they really were. Dele Alli, we gave him an 8. And these are the performances that we love to see from Dele Alli. I thought he was in and amongst it pretty much the whole game. I thought he was central to a lot of things that Spurs were doing well going forward. He was pretty much involved in the majority of plays going forward. So Dele Alli, really, really strong display, really energetic display. He was winning the ball back as well, countless amount of times, really aggressive in that middle of the park. So look, Dele Alli, just keep it going, man. Keep it going, because really, really strong display.
Yeah, got a couple of nutmegs in there as well, one on the touchline, which is setting up a chance. And then also he was a pretty much carbon copy of his assist against Leeds he had, where he wins the ball back on Moutinho. He's in on goal. It looks like he could have played Bale. He decides to wait for the right timing, and then he decides to play an inch-perfect through ball to Harry Kane, who struck the post, and that was a shame because that would have been a great goal. And then he hit the post on the follow-up there, which he'll be disappointed with because he probably should have scored. But it was, again, a much improved from Dele. Looks sharp, looks creative as well. And he didn't look out of sorts, which he had been for the majority of the season. So I think physically, off the ball and on the ball, much better from Dele. And I'm very happy that he's putting a performance like that, because it shows that he's still got, when he's on it and he's getting his mojo back, he can be a very, very valuable member of the squad. Definitely.
Let's move on to Gareth Bale. We gave him a 7, much better from his display at Leeds. That's got to be said. I thought that there were some bright moments from Gareth Bale. I thought he was taking on his fullback much more often than he has been in the past. I think he was providing quality in terms of that free kick that was saved. It was his shot that led to Højbjerg's goal as well. So it's a much better display from Gareth Bale than it was last week, where he was hardly involved.
Yeah, he ran Semedo ragged, I thought. Semedo really struggled to deal with him, really did. And you could go inside or outside. Semedo didn't know what to do. I think a lot to do was to do with Semedo being uncomfortable in that left-back position, but to burn him for pace on a couple of occasions, which he did, is impressive. Well, for people saying he's finished and has no pace anymore, which is clearly not true. So that was really good. And obviously, yeah, he did get that assist for the second goal, which I think Patricio will probably be a bit disappointed he didn't at least put that out for a corner or a bit wider. To spill that straight ahead of goal would be a bit disappointing. But other than that, yeah, I thought Bell would like to see him a bit more in terms of getting us shots on goal and stuff like that, but I thought he did a great job overall, and a really positive display from Gareth.
And him, Kane and Dele were just linking up really nicely together, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. There was some good, especially between him and Kane, some really good, nice link-up play.
Let's move on to Heung-min Son. We gave him a 6. He forced the save early from Rui Patricio, but I think going forward it was lacking a bit from Heung-min Son. But I think where he really earned his money is the running, non-stop running from Heung-min Son as always. And I thought he did good defensive backup for Sergio Reguilón as well.
Yeah, it wasn't his best display offensively. Obviously, he'll be disappointed. He did lay the ball off for Bale for the second goal, which was obviously saved, and then Højbjerg scored. Yeah. But other than that, he was a bit quiet in the offensive department. But with Sonny, even if he's not in a good game, he'll give his all for the team, and that's what he did. And he'll have better games, but you get what you're going to get with Sonny.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's move on to the last of the starting 11, Harry Kane. We gave him an 8. Much better than his previous. I think probably this is his best display under Ryan Mason so far. I think that's got to be said. Obviously, he gets his goal, which puts an end to his goal drought. I mean, he hit the post. He had a shot saved off the line. I mean, it was the all-action Harry Kane display, like we said before, linking up with Gareth Bale, linking up with Dele Alli as well. Strong display from Harry Kane again.
Yeah, hit the post twice, actually, didn't
Twice,
he?
yeah.
One after Dele plays him through, and great save by Patricio for that one, tipping onto the post. And he hits the post in the first half as well from about 25 yards. So he'll be a bit disappointed he didn't end the game with more than a goal. But yeah, definitely back to his best. Back to the Harry Kane we know, where he's having loads of shots and testing the keeper from all angles, and they don't know how to cope with him. And a really, really great display from Harry Kane. A bit unlucky not to get him out of the match, but I thought he was definitely up there for contenders, and he's now one clear of Salah in the Golden Boot race.
Yep. Substitutes. Winks came on for Giovani Lo Celso on the 69th minute. Any comments on him?
He helped control the midfield. He didn't do too much, to be honest. He wasn't as good as when he came on against Southampton, and I can't remember when else he came on, but he was okay for the we didn't really concede any chances, but we didn't exactly improve going forward. It was a bit disappointing, and Dele didn't come on in that position, but he came on later, further forward. So maybe Mason sees him as a number 10. But I think it was okay, but nothing special.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, Ndombele did come on a bit later for Dele in the 82nd minute. Then Sissoko came on in the last minute for Gareth Bale. I don't think there's too much to note on them as the games were. It was pretty much dead.
I think Ndombele actually added a bit of energy when he came on. Yeah, I think so. I think he provided a bit of trickery. He has that spark about him, Ndombele, when he has that fitness. So I thought he contributed well, but other than that, it wasn't too much of a note. Yeah.
Ryan Mason, you've got to give him good marks for yesterday, because he made the call to put Jaffa in instead of Matt Doherty, because obviously Aurier couldn't play yesterday, and I think that was vindicated with the performance he had. It was a big call as well to keep with Dele Alli, and I think that was also vindicated with the performance he had. And obviously Gareth Bale as well, because a lot of people, we didn't have Gareth Bale in our predicted lineup, and we thought Gareth Bale against Semedo, he might have been pinned back and not been able to track back with Semedo, but that wasn't the case, as I thought Gareth Bale gave Semedo a torrid time. So in terms of the lineup, I think Mason got it spot on. In terms of the way we played, I think Mason got it spot on, so credit to him.
Yeah, I thought a lot of, under Mourinho, after a performance we had against Leeds, a lot of times he would have changed up the whole team and made a lot of changes going into the next game. But Mason kept it pretty much unchanged apart from Aurier. And I thought, can't really complain about his selections. I thought we played really well. He has the team playing good football at the moment, especially, most shots on target for 4 years in a game. So it shows how well we did play. I know it's end of the season and also not to play for, but look, it was a good display and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, so that is our player ratings. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel, as we will be bringing you the 5 takeaways very soon. But that is our player ratings. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the player ratings. And yeah, like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.